So Laveau sees in Toussaint talent, and he realizes that he's operating at a different level. And so now Toussaint is actually actively working for the French. And it's a really complicated situation, not just because of the Spanish, but because of the British. Okay. So you've probably been taught that the British, after they lose the colonies, the 13 colonies, they go, why are we doing this slavery thing? It's awful. Oh, and they found their humanity in this great moment, and they jettisoned slavery and became the champions of abolition. Yay! Anyway, so I'll tell you the real story. The British lose the 13 colonies, and now they're like, oh, well, we'll still make a bunch of money selling them slaves, because, right, the British were the #1 slave traders. And then they noticed something shocking, how much money the French were making out of Saint-Domingue. And they began to realize if they ended slavery and slave trade, they would destroy France's ability to make money in Saint-Domingue. Now you got to remember, just a few years earlier, in the 7 Years' War, which lasted 9 years, 1754 to 1763, it makes you wish they had phones back then. In the 7 Years' War, after 9 years of fighting, the French lost New France and Canada. They lost a huge chunk of North America. The British thought that was it. And now all of a sudden there's Saint-Domingue, and they're like, wait, what? No, we thought we already took the French out. How do we take them out? And then they go, oh, let's get rid of slave trade. It'll cripple that colony. So they become fierce. You know, there's a whole section in England that's fiercely proposing abolition. And in fact, they're even coming over to France and talking to the revolutionaries and going, well, while you're doing this, why don't you do abolition? And that's one of the reasons why it happened so quickly. 1794 is really quick when you think about it, right? The French dumped slavery 5 years after the revolution started.